talking to? Roll up that Sinatra, fly like mama to the moon. She asked me what's my life path. Told her 55 south to the cab. So many couches I cried. Shout out Zazo, Tree, and shout classy. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the fuck up, baby. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the fuck up, baby. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the fuck up, baby. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the fuck up.
You should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Ooh, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail, cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you tryna do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need Jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell it to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the pastor say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Ooh, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to duck the LMPD. Go and get your self-esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
At the 29-yard line.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Up at the 29 now. They'll head to the line. Second and a yard. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On first down, here's Breida. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. On the handoff, this is Breida. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up third down.
Now a give to Breida. And a tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
Fourth down.
On fourth down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down.
22-yard line.
Kenyon Drake certainly kind of a little more keyed up for this one. Remember, he was traded by the Dolphins to the Cardinals at midseason last year in the middle of the Dolphins restructuring, shall we say. But in 3.5 years in South Florida, Drake ran for better than 1,500 yards with 15 total touchdowns. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now from Murray. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Run there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it, because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
Here's Breida. Again, he finds an opening, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score Dolphins 7, Cardinals nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Murray. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. From the gun, Murray. Murray has it knocked loose, fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Dolphins 14, Cardinals nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
He's brought down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On third down, a run from Breida. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now it's Breida. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They run with Breida. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
4-yard line.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Bear and Eagle. It's Jordan Howard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Yards. First down, Miami.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. This is Breida. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
The ball carrier.
Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop.
Jordan Phillips.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. In a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 15 now. Murray. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mike 51. You can't block me. You can't block me.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. You ain't two. Here we go. I got one. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Being chased out left. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Murray to air it out again. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
6-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Flush to his right. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Murray going deep for Hopkins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off.
Intercepted by the Dolphins. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
A loss of 2.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes... across the 40-yard line.
For a Cardinals. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st down, Drake. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
A gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray, he'll set up the screen to Drake. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Brought down back at the
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Operating from the gun, Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Drake. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
He was brought down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Murray escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it, and he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. From the right hash, and call it an even 50 yards. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They run again with Breida. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Breida, he'll try the right side. He's got a first down and then some in midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. First carry here for Taiwan Jones. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At the 25-yard line, the Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Brings up short play like that in this situation this late. That's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
And able to find Kirk complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Cardinals.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
42-yard line.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Murray now on first down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them away.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Murray fighting, lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. The 20. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
The score, Dolphins 31, Cardinals 10.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A gain of a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes.
Murray sacked. A loss of 9 brings up 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Miami, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
zone. Really?
Yeah, we did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. Yeah, I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some man that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't care what's real private. I might just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them what I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top. Got a spot and it's locked to the click. Oh man, I got ops. If you drop, I just hit my dance. I was pop, they just watched. Had to take my wins. They wouldn't let me in. I've been on 10 cents. Who really holding it down? I've been holding it down and I go it again and again. Who was the dummy that died? I'm the coldest around, but he folding again and again. I'm in the what? I'm in the day. I'm doing 30 on 30 and up. You in the what? You in the way. Either you rolling or rolling the dust. You with it, so what? Keep it running. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10.
take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Just stay turned like